Who's throwing a party? Hold up, hold up, hold up. Hold up. What happens if people are throwing a party? Yes, we are doing a video on the elf melted. Is everything like on sale or something? Or is just looks colorful? Just colorful, isn't it? This mother. Silly Tide balloon. We buy 99. Beat this. Oh, it's a pinata. Okay, this isn't important. Let's get to the video, God. So hey guys, what's up? It's Castle Harmony here. That was just a small little intro bit because I didn't know parties could happen, and I just read up on it. It actually introduced in 1.3.2. I was about to say 1.2.2. But today we're going to be looking at the Unreal Elf Melter, which is dropped by Santa NK1 during the Frost Moon. Now, if you couldn't guess already, it is in fact a hard mode flamethrower that does a base damage of 69 damage. Hahaha. And when you toggle stealth mode, it will actually do 105 damage, with the critical hit going from 38 to 58. Now, it does have an average speed, but that is only because it is a flamethrower that can deal a ton of damage. And it does, in fact, use gel as ammo, too. It does, in fact, use gel as ammo, which is good if you are like me and have a nice little tiny gel farm. Well, basically, this is my statue farm that I have, which I can switch out any statues I want. See there, it is completely filled in. So, and the reason why there's stuff there is also because that this farm used to be bigger, but I did in fact make it smaller just so it'd be easier for me. Why did I break the timer? Anyway, back to the Unreal Elf Melter. It does have a pretty decent range at, I think it will go off the screen if I aim up, and it will almost go off the screen if I aim to the sides, which is pretty nice. And another thing is that regardless that it cannot actually attack through walls, if you aim just above that wall and the enemy is close enough, you will actually deal damage, which is extremely good for the Elf Melter because it is really good at dispatching hordes and stuff like that. As for accuracy, you don't really need accuracy. In fact, there is also a glitch. You can actually attack enemies that are a block up. I don't know exactly how this glitch works. All I know is if I aim it at this corner, it will hit, and occasionally hitting the guy afterwards. Now, it's also interesting to note that the flames will actually go through a block, as you can see right there and right there. It will actually appear to go through the block and will actually hit enemies on the other side, hence why these two are up here on fire. Now, this is probably the best thing to use it for, is dispatching hordes, as I said before, because it can penetrate through any amount of enemies, which pretty much means if you're training enemies, and I mean training like you're the conductor and then there's a bunch of enemies chasing after you, kind of like that, it is really good to just turn around and deal a crap ton of damage. But I do want to see how well this will work on the golem, so I'll talk to you guys in a bit. So, I am here in the scenery, aka the jungle. I don't know why, but I'm kind of getting tired of the firing range I have made. Not that it's a bad firing range or anything, but it's, you know, it's odd to see the same thing every single episode. So, here's just a perfect example of us bursting down a group of enemies that had us surrounded, but due to the fact that it's awesome, it just goes through. So we're gonna see how long this takes. So it doesn't deal that much damage to Golem, although I will say, that I literally don't have to move. Other than the fact that he jumps and then I moved, don't really have to move because the Golem Fist won't actually hit you, which is one of the better things to worry about when you're picking weapons to actually fight the Golem. As you can see, a well-placed flame, that's what I'm going to call it, will actually hit all three, which damages all three in the beginning, aka the first stage of the golem fight, which is actually great because then when you switch sides, you don't really have to worry about damaging the second golem fist too much, as it will already be enough. Although, even if I do put stealth mode on, I mean, regardless that this does do a lot of damage, as you can see, it is very well bursting down the golem. Sick to know, because it is really good for farming bosses. I do think that this would be a better suited for farming maybe worm bosses like the Destroyer out in the open, because you can actually get that whole worm body out in the open, so all of it can in fact get hit by the Elf Melter, which is probably what you want to use it for. But other than that, the golem gets bursted down pretty quickly. However, like I said, you see this little jungle creeper. I can't actually hit it, but it's a good thing I do have a weapon that can go walls then. So that's going to be it for this video. This has been the Elf Melter. Best name for a weapon in a child's game. Child's game or is it kid's game? I don't know. Well, I'll talk to you guys in the next episode. This has been the Elf Melter, and I hope you guys enjoyed.